JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today's the 12th of January 2021. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Tuesday's afternoon session where we're gonna have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, some of the charts that I looked at this morning, just to see how everything is getting along. But yeah, as always, before we do that, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yeah, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. So now then, jumping into the charts, quick update on what's happening here with the German index, the DAX. It's drifting lower again today, but continues to balance near this 13,907 level that I talked about yesterday and this morning as well. And in a way, what I was saying, that if we get that index kind of drifting below this, then yes, of course, it opens the door towards this other potential target near the 13,795 zone. As you can see, yesterday we did have exactly that move. Today, I'm still sticking to this idea basically, but I'll get a little bit more excited with the downside, I would say, if we see this daily candle staying below this 13,907 zone. So let's keep an eye on that one. If it stays above it, I'm gonna remain a little bit on the neutral side, because for me now, in order to consider the upside, well, I would like to see a push above the current highest point of January near the 14,131 zone, and then I'll take it from there. But at the moment, we're closer to this level here, to this 13,907. So let's see where this index is going to close today in relation to that level. Now, IBEX 35. I haven't looked at this for quite a while. I mean, last time, as you can see here, I've talked about this potential kind of falling wedge pattern, which of course, according to all the TA rules, tends to break to the upside. And yep, I mean, this is exactly what happened. Basically now, I mean, we're looking at all this. I mean, first of all, probably I would need to get rid of all the drawings just to kind of have a fresh start. And the most important level, well, not the most important, but one of the important levels here is the low of the 6th of March of last year. As you can see, that level acted as a good area of support, and then it acted here in around the December time. It acted as a good resistance level, and now it's taking the role of support, because on the 6th of January we've managed to overcome this barrier. So now we're going to keep an eye on it, and if it continues to trade above this area, then yes, of course, this kind of helps the bulls to kind of make up their minds. However, even if we do get a little drop here below this 8,310 zone, still keep your eyes on this little short-term upside support line. So in a way, like I said, if it drops below this little hurdle here, this 8,310, then keep your eyes on this upside line. But if that provides good support, we could see a nice reversal here back to the upside. Now, in terms of the downside, if you want to look at some lower areas here, probably one of the levels to consider could be this one right here, the high of the 29th of December, and that's roughly around the 8,225 zone, 2625 zone, roughly around here. And of course, this could already be below this level here. Would already be tested below this upside line, because well, let's put it this way, unless we have a strong sell-off let's say today maybe, or even tomorrow. But even nevertheless, to be honest, tomorrow even still this level here will be below this upside line, so this could work out perfectly here for the sellers. So a nice good drop below this 8,225 territory could open the door towards lower areas, and also in a way this could place the price below the 21-day EMA here, shown as the yellow line. So let's see how this is going to play out. If you're looking for some upside on this index, similarly to the German DAX, I also would like to see a push above the current highest point of January near the 8,440 mark. So let's round it up here a little bit. And then, yes, we could take it from there, and we could start aiming for the next potential area of resistance, which could be this highest point of March of last year. And that's roughly around the 9,414 level. But like I said, keep your eyes on this upside line. Let's see, and this 8,225 level. Now, jumping into Dow Jones Industrial Average, not much to talk about here, to be honest. But first of all, let me just clear up this chart. Now, the most important is the fact that it's still balancing slightly above that 31,000 mark. So if we look at the cash index right now, we can see that yes, the price is still there. It's still above this 31,000 mark. So if it continues to provide support, great. We could go even higher, maybe even for a new all-time high. But for that, I would probably prefer to wait for a push above the 31,193 level, which is currently the highest point of January, and of course the all-time high. But if it doesn't move there, yes, of course I'll keep an eye on the downside. But of course, one of the things to watch out here is this little short-term tentative upside line here, drawn from the low of the 12th of November, and in a way this upside line could be that good indication from where we could consider the downside. Now, if you're looking for a level, let's say in the short run, let's say you want to capture this little retracement towards this upside line, then probably what you could do here is keep an eye on the Friday's low, which is roughly around the 30,793 level. As you can see, yesterday we came close to that level, but we didn't really reach that. Watch out for a possible test of this. First of all, the 21-day EMA, as you can see, it acts as a good area of support, and then maybe this upside support line, and then we'll take it from there, guys. Now, jumping into silver very quickly here. Silver is at a very interesting spot here. So I talked about silver yesterday, and what I was saying, that if this 100-day EMA, shown as the green line, does provide good support, we could see a nice rebound here, maybe a move towards either this 25 zone, or maybe towards this excuse me, maybe towards this 21-day EMA. As you can see, it chose to go to that 21-day EMA, came very close to it, but didn't really reach it. So for now, this idea seems to be working out. So as long as the price remains below that 21-day EMA, I'm still kind of considering this potential move to the downside here. So let's see if that's going to work out or not. If you want to look at some higher levels on this one, well, as I've mentioned to you guys yesterday, a push above the 26.60 level could maybe do the trick for more buyers. So let's keep an eye on that one. Bitcoin Cash. I haven't looked at Bitcoin Cash for quite a while now, and as you can see, it is sliding lower today. It did initially in the morning push a little bit higher, but that was just seen as a temporary correction. Now the big question here is, can we retest the 21-day EMA? To be honest, that's what I'm going to be targeting right now. The 21-day EMA here recently yesterday, it acted as a fantastic area of support, and yep, we can see a nice reversal here back up. So in a way, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the downside right now, towards this layout. If you want to look at some higher levels, well, I'll take a bit of a careful and probably more of a conservative approach, and wait for a push above this 546 level, which is the inside swing low here of the 10th of January, and then we could go maybe for some higher levels. But at the moment, for me, it's mainly to the downside, although I understand that you're probably also looking at some of these upside lines here. Like for example, this one, as you can see yesterday, the price came very close to testing that area, but let's see how this is going to play out. I mean, let's see if the if this upside line continues to provide support. If it doesn't, well, I mean, it could turn out to be a little bit more ugly again for the bulls. AUD USD, quick update here, not much. I mean, I've talked already about this one yesterday. AUD USD is stuck here for me. I mean, I'm not touching this one until we see a clear violation through one of these levels that I have here on the chart. Either in order to consider the upside, I need to see a push above the 0.7820 zone here in order to, like I said, aim for some higher levels. For the downside, I need to see a drop below the 0.7640 mark right here, because at the same time, a drop below the 21-day EMA could be possible. Now, also something that I've mentioned to you guys yesterday in regards to this pair is that we could see a move lower. We could see a test of this area, the 0.7640. It might provide support initially, and basically then we could see a nice rebound, and maybe, just maybe, this is just a theory, we could be forming here a possible kind of head and shoulders pattern. But again, that's still a long way to go here, I mean, I would say, because this is just an idea. For now, I'm keeping an eye on this hurdle here, on this 0.7640. If that gets violated, yes, lower levels could be met. A quick update on USD Jpy. Again, something that, to be honest, the same analysis remains that I looked at, that I talked about yesterday. To be honest, I mean, I'm still watching this downside line. I need a good push above it, and then a push above the 104.76 level in order to aim for some higher levels. Until then, I'm just kind of observing this one, because even with the downside, I cannot really talk about the downside unless the pair starts falling somewhere below this 103.65 territory right here. At the same time, the rate would be placed below the 21-day EMA. A quick update on Gbp Jpy. Good push to the upside. This is what I talked about this morning, if you remember, guys. What I was saying this morning, that if we get that for a nice push above the 141.30 zone, yes, great news. I mean, we could see a further move higher. Also, that what I was talking about, that if it stays above this, if this daily candle today stays above this area, then